Hello, my lovers and leaders out there. Welcome to another time with me, Dr. Sarah B. How are you? Welcome, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Hope you've been enjoying the journey of the videos I've been making so far. If you're a potential new subscriber, i.e., you haven't subscribed yet, but you like what you're seeing, it's the easiest way to support me and to really encourage me and make sure I am providing the right value of videos for you all. So just subscribe so you don't miss the next video. So you are here because you resonated with this video title, which pretty much is about breaking up with my old self. Okay, so as always, and I said in my previous videos in content creation, the mini series, it's best to make content when you're inspired. Okay, for those of you who are aspiring to be content creators and leaders and thought leaders in that space, for me in this particular series, I'm not sure how long it's going to be for, but it's about breaking up with my old self. Okay, and i.e., or the same, I'm sure you also want to break up with your old self as well. What really inspired this series with me, for me, was literally this morning. Yes, this morning. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to put this video out, but this particular morning, all right, end of July. No, it was July 30th. Yeah, July 30th. I woke up pretty okay. Um, but one of the first things I like to do is drink water, usually warm water, right? Um, some peppermint leaves, some, what's the other one that I put in there? Peppermint leaves, lemon, and ginger, right? In warm water. I need to flush out my system in the mornings, okay? Anyway, this particular morning, I'm just like feeling heavy. And to be fair, sometimes periodically I do feel that in the mornings, feeling heavy. So I know that the food from the night before hasn't fully digested yet. So I really shouldn't be having any breakfast yet, right? So anyway, I just felt really heavy. Anyway, after having that concoction of a drink that I just mentioned, with the ginger, the peppermint leaves, okay, and the lemon squeeze in warm water, I definitely had a nice flush out. But it was not as nice as I typically want it to be. I won't go into details because I don't want to gross anybody out. But basically, I said to myself, as a leader of my life and somebody that wants to show up well in the marketplace, in my work with my clients, on this videos, okay, in my relationships, I need to eat well, okay? And the way I was feeling today and my flushing out, I'm like, Sarah, you're not being responsible of what you're putting into your system. What I experienced this morning, I realized like my stomach is and my whole digestive system is saying, Sarah, you are making me to work overtime. You're not eating what I need. And sometimes, I do give my body what it needs and it's very happy. But I did an inventory of what I ate last night. And I had breakfast late. I was doing like a intermittent fasting. So I had a bit of a breakfast, very light, cereal and croissant. I had a late afternoon lunch with chicken, a little bit of rice and some vegetables and some stew. And then I didn't have dinner in the evening, but I was snacking and I had fruits. But I think that snacking and the chicken, for whatever reason, I just feel like that really punched my stomach. Or no, actually, no, clogged up my digestive system. And I felt it this morning. And I literally was just like, it's not worth it. this pain is not, it's not worth it. And us lovers and leaders, we want to show up clean, healthy, in our right mind, not groggy or weary from the inside and out, so we can think clearly and speak clearly. Can I get a witness? So, one of my habits I'm going to break up with, you know, I was about to say slowly, but I think I'm gonna just do it, is be kind of like, I say kind of like, is to be a baby vegan. Yes, a baby vegan. In my world, what this means, I actually challenged myself a couple of weeks ago, mid-July, for about 5 days. I did not eat any meat. I didn't eat any meat. So I literally just concentrated on eating like vegetables. I think it was just like one day of having salmon. Okay, I know it's from an animal, but it was just one day of having salmon, and then the rest of the days it was just cutting up potatoes, frying them, having some vegetables, boiled egg. Okay, and again just vegetables and salad, just a whole mix of that and some beetroot, right? And after 5 days, I said, I'm I felt lighter, I gotta say. I did feel much lighter. My stomach actually told me it felt lighter. The volume of my stomach actually shrunk for sure. And when I decided to eat meat again, which wasn't on the 6th day, it was on the 7th day, I literally called my mom because I said I had to share this with her because she's all about eating healthy. My stomach was says to me, it literally rejected the meat. In other words, it just said to me, no, ma'am. It did not want to eat that meat. It was almost like after 5 days, my small and large intestines and the stomach kind of conformed to this new shape that it did not want to get disturbed by the meat. It did not want to get disturbed by meat. And I was like, wow, just after 5 days, my stomach could change shape or conform to a smaller shape. I say all this to say because after this morning's inspiration, I am going to go back to another week, and I'm going to continue this week by week of cutting out meat. I'm going to reduce carbs on my plate. I mean, like having a small plate and just literally minimizing the portion of food on my plate, because I need to take responsibility, all right, to lead my physical life well. If I love myself, if you love yourself, because forget right now about loving other people. Do you love yourself? Do I love myself? And I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay? So if you love yourself, as I'm telling myself, you'll be mindful of what you put in your body. This body is the temple. This body is the machine. And now I want to eat according to food that will give me fuel, not just give me some kind of spiking sugar or spiking feeling good because it tastes good. I'm thinking about something right now. The spices taste good and the meat and okay. You know what I mean? It's just temporary. That is just temporary. But what is permanent is your digestive system having a moment and saying, this is too much, or your body, your stomach stretching. And that's what it is. That's another thing I found about myself. I have been programmed for so long to eat food until I feel full. Where did I get that from? Where did I get, I need to eat until I feel full? Let's be fair. As you're growing up for school, you're going through the school, whether, middle school, primary school, secondary school, in college, you want to usually eat and eat well as fuel, as energy for the rest of the day, right? For the whole day sometimes, or until you can actually have lunch again. I think that's part of the programming, right? You want to be full. I believe there's some programming, even as an early adult, you start your new job, and again, you want to eat full in the morning or lunchtime just to feel full to get through the day. It's just always is wanting to feel full. My body at this point in my life and the knowledge I know about food, we don't need to feel full all the time. There are many, I would say, food checklists and food regimens that say that you don't have to have just one meal to make you feel full. You can eat little foods each, throughout the day, just little portions, like literally little portions of like nuts or, dried fruits, just like little portions throughout the day instead of always feeling full. And that's where I am right now. I'm breaking up with that part of myself that says, number one, I have to eat meat, okay? Or number two, I have to have a large portion on my plate so I can feel full. Because my new self wants to feel light. My new self wants to wake up in the morning and feel like, yeah, light on my feet and not groggy. You know what I mean? Not groggy, not slow. Some of you out there that's kind of like me. Sometimes you're kind of slow to get out of bed. I really also believe it's about food intake as well. Yeah, I believe it's some food intake, the wrong food intake. But I do remember, or I've seen myself when I eat less in a day and then I wake up in the next morning, I do feel lighter on my feet. I feel lighter to get out of bed. And you want to feel light as a feather, right? So, this episode is all about inspiring you and I to break up with that part of ourselves that does not take care of our body, does not take care of our temple. If you don't take care of this body, if you don't take care of this temple, how are you going to lead? Who are you leading? How are you moving? If you are not ahead and walking, with strength, with power, with clarity, you can't lead no one because you can't even lead yourself. It's like the blind leading the blind. So here's me being transparent with the fact that I need to change my mental diet. I need to change my physical diet as well. So my mental diet is I do not need to always feel full, okay, in a day. I don't need to feel full to feel good. I don't need to feel full to have energy throughout the day. I can eat little portions, or I can just be hungry and nothing's going to happen to me. Yes, my body's going to be like reacting, but I remember watching this someone's short video and the guy was like, you can be hungry. You're not going to pass out. Well, some of you might, but you're not going to die. All right? If you just be hungry, just be hungry. Let your body have time to digest its food. I was reading something before and it takes a good like 6 hours or so for the body from the time that you eat the food, from the time it goes through your throat and all through your digestive system and out again. It takes like a good 6 hours or something like that for the whole process. Let's give our body time to digest. So intermittent fasting is also a great idea as well. All right. Or sometimes people actually do a whole day fast periodically throughout the week. I've done that. It's very helpful. Again, another take home, reduce the meat. All right. Or if there's a whole chicken that like a piece of chicken, maybe instead of eating the whole thing, have half one time of the day, have another half of it another time of the day. I'm talking about like a piece of chicken, not like a whole chicken, okay? Or just do without the chicken. Like today, my goal is just to have cut up some potato. I like to fry my potato, just like, the British fry their potato, all right? Like the fish and chips. Those of you British out there or been to London We know what chips really mean, don't we? Okay, so I'm gonna have my chips, and I'm gonna have some vegetables, and I'm gonna boil an egg. All right, that's actually my main meal. And if I'm hungry again, it's gonna be likely just a little salad or like some of my nuts, something like that, and fruit. Because I need my body, especially after this morning's inspiration, I need my body to reset, and I need my body to be happy with me again. Okay? So, this is the first video about breaking up with your old self, food intake. And those of you that want to go on this baby vegan journey with me, please let me know in the comment section, because I can certainly make more videos about this. But it's I've done it before. It is it's definitely discipline, because that meat, and especially if you have meat in your fridge, that's another thing. Take the meat out of your fridge, put it in the freezer somewhere, even if it's cooked. Put it in the freezer so you don't see it. All right. And those of you who have other people who live in your house like myself, like, just let them eat and don't you eat it. Okay? Let somebody else eat it. Don't you eat it. This is going to take a lot of discipline. If you have to put signs up in your kitchen, don't eat meat or eat small portions, do it. Do it. Whatever it's going to take to reprogram your mind, do whatever it takes. All right? So I really hope you got something from this, because I'm inspiring myself as I make this video to break up with my old self. And this video is about breaking up with my old eating habits, okay? Oh, one more thing though. Don't eat late. Stop eating by like 7 o'clock max. That's another thing too, all right? By 7 o'clock. Late as 8, but like that 6, 7 is usually the best time to stop eating. All right, until next time, I will see you in the next video. As always, I'm going to always offer my services in the area of career development, business ideation, relationship advice as well, and counsel. Check out my link in the description. And also, if you're interested in having me as your mentor with any of the topics that I cover on my YouTube channel, please go to that same link in my description, so you will see how you can sign up. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave me a comment section of what you're going to do next to break up with your old food habits. Bye, and stay blessed.